Welcome everyone to the Digimon Creator Championship. I feel super privileged and honored to be the one putting this tournament together, where you get to watch 8 of your favorite content creators battle each other for the crown of the Digimon Content Creator Champion. Not all these videos will have this intro, but I wanted to start off with an intro so you guys understand exactly what the layout's going to be and how things are going to work. To start, these 8 content creators are paired against each other. The winner of their respective match moves on to round 2. The loser is eliminated from the tournament, which means there's only going to be 3 rounds in this epic tournament. Single elimination, once you lose you're out, and you go until you're at the top. Or you lose. I mean, yeah. And each round is going to have a different format, a specialized format, where the players have to build a brand new deck from scratch and compete using the rules given to them to see who can win their match and advance to the next round. Highlander, for those of you that do not know, is a card game fun format where your deck has different cards. You can only use one of each card in your deck, which means you're playing with 50 different cards in the main deck and up to 5 different cards in your Digi-Egg deck. And just for some clarification, there are a lot of Agumon cards out there, for example. You can play one of each Agumon card, one of each different Agumon card. Take Starter Deck Agumon, for example. It has a lot of different arts. Just because there's a lot of different arts doesn't mean you can play one of each art. You can only play one ST1 Agumon. You can only play one Agumon from BT5. You get my point, I think. So this will create some interesting deck choices, combinations, and I'm really excited to see the content creators play it out. Highlander is something I've dipped around with in the TCG a little bit, but nothing too serious. I want to see what these guys can come up with and see exactly what the best Highlander strategy is. And each match of the tournament is going to have a co-commentator to help me with the commentary and provide you some funny and insightful commentary. Each match will also have a co-commentator from someone participating in the tournament. For the round 1 matches, 2 of the matches will be co-commentated by True Champion Steven, and 2 of those matches will be commentated by Max Tapera. And I got my boys, and it's going to be fun commentary all tournament round. So I hope you guys really enjoy this content. I hope you enjoy seeing your favorite content creators clash in this epic tournament of amazing proportions. And if you do like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell to smash potatoes. That way you know when all these Digimon videos will be uploaded. Without further ado guys, let's watch round 1 play out. Hello YouTube, welcome to the very first match, round 1 of the Digimon Content Creator Championship. And my very first co-commentator for the tournament is none other than True Champion Steven himself. How you doing, Steven?
What's going on, Mario? I'm super happy to be here today. I believe this first round is going to be Hylander format, and we have Max Tapera versus Alex Pham, aka Hoang Zero. I am super excited to watch this match.
Absolutely. This is the first Highlander match. You know, I've done a little bit of Highlander in the Digimon card game. Nothing crazy, but, you know, done a little bit of theorizing. And I'm really excited to see what all 8 players here are bringing to the table for their first round. If I had to take an educated guess, Max is probably on green, because Max
Wouldn't
is
be surprised.
green. He's just green, the embodiment. Sure. Yep. And Alex, I don't know. Maybe some kind of rookie rush strat? I guess
He does love him some rookie rush, that's for sure. And there we're seeing the Ken out of Max on his first turn. That's actually a really important part about this format, is the access to memory tamers is few and far between for most monocolor strategies. I think most monocolors only have access to 2, except for maybe purple, which I think Alex is actually on right now, or at least revealing that he's on. Yep, seeing the Devimon as well, so definitely can assume that he's on some kind of purple strategy. And yeah, the reason why memory tamers are super important is because you don't want to just be choked and have all your super high quality cards be only 1 card per turn. Like being able to play at least 2 cards per turn is gonna be really important. And there we see the Takumi Aiba maximizing the amount of memory Alex can play during his first turn here. Going to help him dig through his deck and find those really crucial power 1-ups that he definitely is playing in his deck.
Yes, for sure. Takumi, very, very strong card in all your purple combo decks. Just being able to draw a card, an extra card, basically every turn, really good. And yeah, I do like how Alex used the most of his memory. And discarding Lucimon. So we know that we're gonna have some spicy deck here from Alex. He's a very methodical player, and I know
Mhm.
that from playing with him. Like, if he's playing Lucimon, he's playing it for a reason. And like, maybe he has a Nubusmon or Mastermon to bring it back. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Like, the sky's the limit here, I think, with this format, which is really exciting, right?
I mean, don't forget, he could just hard play it too at a certain point, and
Yeah.
5 cost, 10,000 body that recovers 1 on play. That's pretty good. And like the amount of good cards you can just jam into your deck is going to be super important. And here we're seeing a really strong kind of early game function of the green deck. They have a lot of different 2-cost evolutions and 1-cost evolutions that they can use to constantly choke their opponent. So unless Alex can find like maybe his 1-of copy of Matt or some other way to gain memory, I think we're going to see this choking affecting him a lot, because Max can literally do it every single turn and top it off by playing some really powerful megas.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, man. So there we can see. You know what's interesting, and I'm just thinking about this now, is that we're seeing a lot of Devimon cards from Alex. I know Devimon is a fan of the Dan Devimon strat. So it makes me wonder, between like the 2-drop Demi-Devi, Tournament Pack Demi-Devi, Power Up Pack Demi-Devi, the Demi-Devi from the purple starter deck, and then Devimons, Lady Devi, other Devimon cards. Like, maybe he's playing Dan Devi. Maybe we'll see that. It is a good card, being able to just randomly make sure your opponent loses security if they try to attack you. Also discarding cards when it dies. That's a really strong boss monster. It would be a nice one-of, but that's the kind of creativity you can do in this format. You can play literally, you can play 7 or 8 level 6s, right? You're literally playing 7 or 8 different level 6s. Even Max, Green has a plethora of level 6s. Nidhogg, Raflasiamon, friggin' Boncho Stingmon. You know what I mean? So many
Boncho
options.
Leomon. Don't sleep on Boncho
Okay,
Leomon.
yeah.
That card's great. That card's amazing.
Oh, yeah. I know you love your Boncho Leomon. I know you do. Okay, there we go. So the 1-of Tentamon missing.
And putting the
Whiffing.
1-of needle spray to the bottom of the deck.
Oh,
That
man.
feels really bad. Like getting that in a normal constructed game sucks, but in this one, oof. But you know what?
Yeah.
Max is like, fine, I can't use this 1-of. I'm gonna use this one. He's very used to just going, okay, HPD. There's the Argamon level 6 though. So for those that don't know, this is a level 6 that has download or Digisorption, and it gains plus security attack for each of your other rested Digimon in play. So right now it's swinging for 2 damage. But there we're seeing the Necrophobia from Alex, getting back the Myotismon that he discarded last turn with Lady Devi, and the second check being Tsukaimon. What is that? Saberdramon? I don't even know. But it's not big enough to kill Argamon. So even though Max got a lot of damage right now, he's staring down 2 ultimates on Alex's side. But without a memory tamer, this might not be the biggest deal in the world, because it's very easy for Maxis to go 1-drop evolution pass, and he just gets to keep this plus security monster on his board. So
absolutely,
keep that
green is full of them. There it is, Weedmon, and
really good one.
Yeah, freaking Weedmon, one of the best cards in green right now because of all the Digibursting shenanigans that are available to him. But okay, choking at 1 is all good, definitely the right strat. But Alex is building a board. Like, this is a formidable board. Lady Devi, a blocker, another level 5. This is a board that doesn't really lose to Nidhogg at the current moment in time. And we don't know. We don't know what he's got planned. Purple has so many options, so many different Digimon, so many combos. And he's probably taking his time just thinking, okay, what is the highest net result that I can do right now? You know what I mean? Like the Lady Devimon has retaliation right now, technically. It could crash. It could crash if that's what he wants to do. The thing. He could literally clear Max's board right now if he wanted to. Maybe he could just chooses to evolve too. Who knows? Who knows? Here we see him thinking about the attack. It's probably gonna attack the little dude, little Tentamon. Absolutely, clearing it. Gotta clear it. I'll be curious to see if he does suicide Lady Devi into the Argamon, but it doesn't look like it. Tactimon.
Love that card.
That card is seeing a little bit of a buzz in the BT5 format. Definitely something that people are really enjoying playing right now. Really good against Rookie Rush, just really good in general. And I don't hate the fact to let Argamon just stand there on the field, because right now it's just checking for 1 anyway. It's just basically vanilla. Exactly. I don't know. So I think it's going. I think it's going well. I'm curious to see what Max does next year or attack. That's good.
I think it's gonna be for 12,000 thanks to his Reprimand. And the thing to like keep in mind, you guys, when you're watching these games, is look at Alex. Look at his hand. He has like 8 cards in there. All of those cards are different cards. Like every single one is different. Like sometimes when you're playing in a real life game, you're like, oh, I got 3 Turimons, I got 3 Blinding Rays, I got 3 Lord Nightmons. You're like, my hand may be big, but there's not that much different stuff I could do during my actual turn. Literally, they will have so much thought processes during their turn in terms of what the best play is, because they'll probably have access to so many different plays. Because in Digimon do so much by themselves. Like a single card can draw you a card, it can get you removal, it can get you a big body, it can win the game for you if you play it correctly. So definitely, like Mario was saying, like the way they establish their turns and go for the certain plays they're going to go for is going to be really important to watch. I would not be surprised to see Alex just go for killing this Argomon, but he needs to be careful to help insulate himself against the potential of Nidhoggmon, a card that Max loves to draw. Even if there's only one of it, it's still in there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's still there. I'm sure Max has it in his hand right now. The way he loves his Nidhogg.
Would not be surprised. So now he kind of has to evolve this Tsukaimon or this Devimon into something that can protect himself from Nidhogg. And there's the Doberman. That's a 7,000 DP level 4. That is more than enough to beat Nidhogg. But he's actually attacking with it here. Maybe he's not afraid of Nidhogg. Maybe he has like another ultimate he can evolve into. Or maybe he just got like ahead of himself. Like, oh, big doggo, go burr. That's awesome.
Maybe he's also just thinking, you know what? Nidhogg is a one of. What are the odds? Literally
4 cards
1
in
in
Max's
50.
hand, right?
You know, like anything's possible. I do like though how Max played Mimi last turn. So 2 memory tamers versus 0 memory tamers. Takumi's nice, not a memory tamer. It also turns off, you know, it makes Zwart defeat a little less appetizing, because if it was just a 1 tamer, really good play. Kill the tamer, great. But now he's got 2 tamers and only 1 Zwart defeat for sure. I'd love to see an Omnimon Zwart play. That would be pretty sick.
Oh gosh, Omnimon Zwart is such a house in general, but like in this limited of a format, like the really cool thing about green is that it has a natural mechanic in suspending as its form of removal, and it doesn't like need to play removal cards like, you know, Trump Sword or whatever that Alex is playing. But against a card like Zwart that puts up 2 free bodies that can dodge Nidhoggmon is pretty hard to get rid of them. But here, if Max has Nidhoggmon, he clears the entire board. So Alex is definitely like clenching his teeth right now, I bet.
Yeah, if he has it, he has it. So he doesn't
it's a
have
Grand
it.
Kuagamon.
That's not a bad card though. You know, with all the Digiburst shenanigans he has right now, like if he Digibursts Weedmon, it gets him a memory, so that's pretty good. And then if he attacks over something, gets him another memory. He's just going straight for the shenanigans here.
I like this play. Force to block. Just get the damage in if he chooses not to block. Very, very strong. Maybe he has something like Valder Arm or Chaosmon in his hand, which would be absolutely savage, either one. But let's see what Alex chooses to do. Would you block this? I feel like you would, right?
It's a very interesting situation, right? Like I would be tempted to block it for sure. I mean, okay, so if you're playing against regular green right now, OTK or whatever, he chooses to block, which is important. But like you're playing multiple Chaosmons, right? So it's kind of always dangerous. But he has it anyway. And
he's got it anyway. And that's the best one right now because he gets to swing over the Skull Marimon, which does not have retaliation, and deal that 3 damage. That'll probably be just pure damage because I think the only card that Alex could have that kills this is his Zwart. But yeah, I don't know. So there's a Chaos Gallant, a Mechanorimon, sweet tech, and there's the Zwart, which will kill the Chaosmon. So even though Alex is on 0 security right now, if he can just find access to a blocker or a way to recycle blockers, we're seeing that he's actually playing some off-color blockers like Mechanorimon, maybe Shademon's in his deck, because it's actually really hard for decks to have access to blockers unless you're specifically playing a black deck. So it's nice to see him have like some off-color picks to help make his strategy a bit more resilient against aggressive decks.
You kind of need it though, like straight up. If you're counting purple blockers, you have 2, literally 2. But, you know, when you're thinking about what you could play in purple, you could play the yellow Promogotamon. That's technically a blocker in this kind of deck, right?
Yes, it is, technically.
And Mechanori is really good, especially if you're fighting against freaking, you know, Rookie Rush or whatever, or an opponent that's Rookie
very, very good, yeah.
So, like, you know, he's taking advantage of the fact that, you know, he's playing purple, doesn't have blockers. He's got plays for blockers. It's not like green. Green has Woodmon, Cherrymon in the 5 slot, and it has Kabuterimon. At least 3 blockers. That's in the same color. That's really freaking good. And Cherrymon is a house of a blocker. And
really strong.
So No, I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. I like, the multicolor shenanigans that are going on here. I think it's something we'll probably see a lot of in this Highlander format. Oh,
Right.
ooh, interesting. And we're talking about like memory tamers earlier. Like
Super important.
purple only has one. It's just got Matt. So it is interesting and curious that he is playing Izzy. It's a good one. It rearranges top 3 cards. That's not bad. But Nailbone to bring back the blocker and something else. I'm a fan. It's a good
Oh, if
play.
only Nailbone could bring back Mechanorimon, that'd be so good. That'd be really good.
Oh yeah. No, fortunately, it's locked to purples. That's okay. That's perfectly all right. Not a big deal. Now I don't think Max can win, unfortunately, because he did get that blocker right now. Akuamon, very
Kumon's a
nice.
good card here because basically, like, he just gets to swing and he forces Alex to actually block with something, and then he can activate Ken, which can give him an extra memory to help keep his board wide. You have to keep in mind, Alex is on 0 security, so the onus isn't on Alex to win the game, it's to not lose. And if Max just puts up enough pressure, I think Alex will run out of blockers. Like you said, he only has access to 2 in color. We saw the Mechanorimon. If he is playing stuff like Shademon or whatever, he'd have to hard play it from his hand. He already used Nailbone, and I think we already saw Necrophobia, and we saw Zwart. So his ability to recycle blockers is becoming few and far between.
For sure, for sure. Here, Max is hovering with an old one from BT1. The name is escaping me, but it's the 1 cost to evolve that gives you like level 6 security +1 or something.
Yes, it's Kokuamon, and yeah, it gives, I believe, anything level 6 or higher plus security attack in inheritable. Really cool card, but it does cost 1 to evolve, and it is 4 costs normally. But like, we're playing Highlander, he wants to play at least 13 to 15 rookies, so you got to make some exceptions somewhere, right? But it's still a good card that can do something.
True. And he's still managed to lock him out, He's still at 1 memory. He's still choking him, right? So that's really freaking good. He's not letting Alex do anything.
Right.
So what he needs right now is he needs to find his Vilemon, or if he's playing a different kind of blocker, like a Godomon, maybe a Shademon, he needs it now. He literally has no choice. He needs to either heal, which I guess he does play healing cards, or get a blocker. So it's interesting. I wonder what cards he has a lot of cards in hand.
Yes, but again, they're all different and they're all very specific to certain situations that he might have access to. And a really sad thing is that Alex can't just do what Max is doing and just go ham and attack, because he can't kill Max. Max is at 3, and he's just going to sacrifice resources, because if he loses these rookies or passes over the memory with Takumi, it's just going to end super bad for him, because Max just has 2 dudes to swing and win. But there we see the Lilymon killing the Gabu, and here we see the Demi Devi swinging at security, also dying to Mega Gargo. And like you said, he needs to like get rid of the Kuamon and play the Gargo. Doesn't look good. Or sorry, the Vilemon.
Yeah, no. They also forgot about Takumi. Alex's turn should have passed.
I just mentioned the Takumi too. I'm such an eggplant as well.
Oh my god, no! Straight up, they just forgot. I wonder if it'll matter, because if you didn't get the blocker, it really doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No blocker, it won't matter at all. Max already wins. And if you just attack with the Takumi, with the Tactimon first, it wouldn't have mattered at all.
Yeah.
He would just be at 0 right now instead of 2. But I think he's just scanning his hand, and yeah, that's a scoop. So yeah, it won't end up mattering. The Takumi misplay. Sad to see him, but Max has put on enough aggression to say, "Hey, do you have a blocker?" And Alex was like, "No, I do not." So I lose.
That's it. Max takes game 1 with green. His trademark. His
trademark.
Oh,
Max.
man.
Max is the guy that goes, "Hey, if you want to play green, you only get to play one of all the cards." And he's like,
Okay,
I got this.
Hold
just
my
watch.
beer.
Just watch.
No fear. I love it. Straight up. Max is sticking to what he loves, and I'm sure
what he
Alex
knows. What he knows. Like, he knows what all these cards do. He's probably used every single card, even though we're like, Ken, what? That's a strange card. He's like, no, this is a stupid card. Just you watch. I'm going to use it crazy. I really do want to see Max go for like a big Nidhogg, because I know he loves that card. And fun fact, I think Max played against me once, and he Nidhogged me like 3 times in a single game. And I was like, oh my God, this is like so stupid. The big snake boy.
What a legend. What a guy. Just Nidhogg. Oh.
I think it was back to back like that too. I remember it was so crazy.
That kind of gives me Card Fight Vanguard vibes. When you're like evolving the same level 6 over and over and over and just doing shenanigans.
Mm.
Big anime vibes. But anyway, going back to Digimon Land here. Here we have Tentomon.
Hmm.
Alex did choke him at one. Well, good. And that's a Wormmon. That's good on deletion trigger card. Real top
Hmm.
3 cards. Add stuff, something. I don't remember anymore.
He's probably just gonna swing. Yeah, I believe it looks at the top 3 and adds either a level 4 or level 5 to your hand. Really, really solid. I don't think Max will care if it lives or dies. If it lives, that's cool. He'll just attack with it again. And they were seeing the Crest Garurumon from the starter deck from Alex. So I believe that thing naturally has plus security, and then it can also Digiburst 2 use a Night Raid effect. And they were seeing Lucamon again in Alex's security.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, it won't be able to come back because I believe Kreskurumon only can target purple level 3s with his effect. If it could target any level 3, though, I think Alex will know more than me. That'd be sick. That'd be so sick.
That would be a pretty nutty card, that's for sure. Oh man. But regardless, the Wormmon got some value. We got Lilamon, which is
Great card.
literally one of the best cards in green, if you ask anyone's opinion, I think. Like straight up. So that's good. That's really good. Now he's got Kreskurumon. He could choose to Digiburst and bring back the only level 3, which is Pillowmon. If he Digibursts the right cards, that is. That's very important.
He's seeing it. He's seeing it. He's like, wait a second. Let me read Kreskurumon real quick. All right.
Yeah.
So it basically is Night Raid's effect, just as Digiburst versus as Pay 2 Memory. Gets the Pillow Boy back. And would you swing here if you're Alex? I feel like it's too tantalizing just to get that 2 damage in.
I feel like he's gonna swing. It's a little hard not to get greedy with Kreskurumon. That's the point of the card, right? You're just attacking.
Right.
You're going for it. So let's see. It's 12k. What'll happen? Ken.
Oh.
Ooh, and then what else? And then
Jesus.
what? Oh my god. Sarismon to cause to die. Oh, that felt like the worst security +1 attack I've ever seen.
Actually, oh my god, it's actually so terrible because now Alex can't even just like evolve his Pillowmon into an ultimate because Max has Lilamon, which can just rest it and then maybe evolve it into a Mega and swing over if it's more powerful than Lila. And if it's not, you're just going to kill with Lilamon anyway. So now he truly has like probably no good options. And like I said, choking is really important in this format. Like denying your opponent memory tamers or denying the memory limits what they're able to do during their turn. So because they're playing so many high quality impact cards because they kind of have to make their decks function and be good, it just limits what they're able to do. And right now, he's limited. He's like, I'm already playing into Lilamon because I have a dude in the battle area. That's mistake number 1. And I can't choke him. And if I go for my own memory tamer, I'm probably sending myself back 2 or 3 turns while he already has a Mega probably on his next turn thanks to his memory tamer. So it's very, very not good in terms of overall card parity and card advantage between these 2 players right now, just by that 1 security check. And that's why I'm not I'm so off put by plus security effects in general, unless they're attached to dudes that you can increase their DP or are just already naturally big, like Blastmon or something, because in purple, there really are no plus DP effects that you'd be utilizing right now. And so that Kreskurumon was destined to die eventually. It just happened really soon.
Absolutely. Green has some really thick cards. It's level 6.
A lot of them too, and they're all different names, so it'll work. It'll work.
It's all good. I think Tapera is probably one of the best things he could have played on the field because we all know it's either going to die this turn or it's going to die next turn when he attacks with it. So at least he's getting some card advantage. Next turn, he can try to rebuild in the breeding area. Hopefully get somewhere. Hopefully. Lilamon's going to suspend the pillow, kill the pillow. It makes perfect sense. Gain of memory thanks to Ken. 4 memory is a lot. You give a green deck 4 memory. Whew.
How much memory has Ken gotten Max in these 2 games so far? Let's keep a running tally in the comments, y'all. I want to know.
Yeah, everyone go back in the comments and please keep count going forward. Thank you. That would be great.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep. As soon as he Digibursted, I knew.
Why else would you do it? Yeah. Oh, my God. That's so sick. And they're 2 ultimates, 2 good ones. And the reason why I like the Tapirmon from Alex was, at least if he Lila's something, I'll still have a body on board that I could evolve into him next turn. Nope. Now he's just stuck in raising for a turn while Max goes, haha, Chaosmon, swing again.
Yeah.
And just keep the pressure on. And even in normal, like, constructed format, like, putting this much pressure against a purple deck is like what you want to be doing at all times, forcing them to play your game versus play their own and set up big combo plays. They were seeing a Boltmon coming out from Alex. Just like a generic 12 DP body with 2-cost Evo, help him get into those powerful level 6s a bit faster. He probably is playing like the trio of Zwart Defeat, and Millenniumon. And they were seeing Plutomon being checked in security, not strong enough to beat Chaosmon. And now Max is just cycling. Max is chilling. He's just going to set up something in the raising area to deal with that Boltmon probably in the next turn.
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
He has 3 memory every single turn, so he can do it. And they were seeing the Aurora to choke it too, just because he can.
Good. That puts Alex once again in the lethal range seat. So he has to do something. Potential really cool plays we could see right now would be promote Takumi, Mega Digimon Fusion into Zwart. That'd be pretty freaking insane. That would clear the board. That would be good. Alternatively, I don't really see what else he could do in this particular case.
I guess playing a blocker and killing the Chaosmon could do it. Like you said, he could be playing Gatomon, which if he hard plays that would recover him 1 and gain him a blocker technically, which could be enough to survive. But green does have the rest cards that would not be fun to see. But I think the best play is maybe like the Takumi Mega Digimon Fusion Zwart, or even Millenniumon could be cool because you could just oh no, he doesn't have retaliation right now. That would have been really cool if he had retaliation inheritable, so he can just swing in. And what's really funny is the Millenniumon actually, when it comes back, wouldn't die because of Mega Digimon Fusion because it's considered a different Millenniumon than it was originally, which is pretty funny.
Funny rulings are funny. Oh, Digimon rulings, great. Yeah, for sure. This is a tough spot. This is actually a really tough spot. There's only certain cards that you can use right now to actually get out of this situation. No real good inheritables. I wonder what he's gonna do. Oh, hello.
All right, we're taking it back to the Ultimate Power days where the black decks would tech in Magnadramon because it's just a generically good card, and back then purple didn't have that much, so just being able to survive 1 or 2 more turns was really impactful. And here we're seeing it be really impactful, but there's the Flower Cannon for the instant punish on the Boltmon. Yeah, and it gets the Pierce over as well because it's Chaosmon. Oh, that's so sick.
That's super unfortunate. I do really like the spicy cards that Alex is pulling out, though. For real. Lots of synergy. We know he plays Lucamon. Maybe he plays Bushy, the best card. Maybe he plays Salamon or something. Who knows?
True, he could play some yellow level 3s for a toolbox thing. He can filter through his deck really well and keep those dead cards in trash or keep them in hand when he can actually use them.
Yeah. Now you've done the Puppetmon, which is super interesting. Not a card you really want to evolve into, unless you can follow up with Valderarm or something. That would be pretty freaking incredible if he drew both of his level 7s. Oh, he did! Okay.
What would be really incredible there, Mario? Could you tell the fans again in case they didn't hear you?
So green has access to 2 level 7s.
Oh my
and Max got them both. There we go.
The Ken again. Oh my god, that's so sick, bro. If you're Alex, you're like, what can I do? I'm staring down 2 Chaos Boys. I've already used my one of Magna, and he's just throwing it on the table. I commend you for playing that long, Alex. I probably would have quit last turn. Magna's too much memory. It's not worth it. It's not gonna do it.
That was an excellent match to kickstart our tournament. That was great. Round 1, match 1, 2 well-known players, and rocking it with decks they like to rock it with. And Max really, really getting those combos off. Whew.
Who knew? Who knew? He's like, hey, I can still play one of every good card that green has, and I'm still gonna use them to the highest potential possible. I'm like, yo, that is a sight to see. And so congratulations to him for winning, but also congratulations to Alex for putting up one hell of a fight. Probably better than most others would have in that situation of just how much advantage Max had in both games. Well fought, my friend. Sometimes it's just other people's world, and you're living in their games. So good luck next time, my friend.
Good luck, definitely. All right, guys, that'll do it for the very first match of the tournament. And we have 3 more Highlander matches to go. We got 3 more Highlander matches to go. And they're all just as exciting as this one. So if you guys enjoyed this, like the video, comment, let me know what you think about these 2 awesome players in the tournament. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That's very important. And we'll see you guys at the next video. So take care, everyone.
Peace.